Look at you. Look at you becoming the strength they tried to take away. Look at you finding the blessings in the storm when they tried to drown you with rain. Your fearlessness can float if the boat is reinforced with pain. You spoke self-doubt to get out and told them to remember your name. I can hear your victory trumpets now. Can you see the future? You may miss a few steps, but what if you get what you chasing after? What if you stand before your glory? Are you gonna fall amongst disaster? God took them out your story. They were trying to be villains in your next chapter. Your sacrifices matter. You are courageous. We up close with KzSmoove, smoothest spoken word artist in the city. Shout out to Create Place. You want to hear some smooth spoken word poetry? Tune in right now. I'ma call this the King's affirmation. Words of hatred befitting in vulnerable spaces, but some people don't belong in the conversation. Never let a peasant determine your greatness. God gave you your worth, your mama gave you your birth. That's two halves of a crown that don't got a replacement. See, kings walk tall, they don't fear crowded spaces. Peasants be sick of a king, make your presence contagious. God gave you them blessings, don't mind them haters, king, embrace it. He already ordered the steps of your journey and ran mic checks on your stages. So get out and rock the crowd, we know the devil hated. Get out and rock the crowd, we know the devil hated. Lucifer lost his holiness, that's why he hates you being patient. Walk through your purpose like your potential ain't got destinations. Sprint through opportunities like your shoes ain't got laces. You in an action movie. Your spirit making prison breaks out of cages. Sounding the alarm, insecurity trying to lock out your exits. You had a posse with you, but God gave you them blessings. The door gon' close if you don't make it. You better not disrespect it. Coming down to the last minute, you slide into your future like you trying to save bases. Kings sometimes gotta be the bearer of bad news. The truth can be too ugly to save faces. King's demeanor talk for him. He can lead by example and remain faceless. The king can see the true dimensions of your spirit. He don't care too much to focus on faces, because the king knows demons will possess anything willing to enable it. It's a crown stuck to your head, ain't no changing it. Morals gotta be a ride or die. You ain't gotta compromise cause she popped up naked. Watch them slick hands, king. She dying for you to confide, and her voice is soft as angel wings. But the darkness of her description can't get covered with Maybelline. The king can see behind the smoke and mirrors. Your roots run deeper than you realize. Your bloodline got superheroes. Men are so rich, my peace of mind don't come in ones and zeros. As a king, you expected to hold down your castle. And you need to be ready if your enemies come with a few bow and arrows. You know the majority always got something to say when you trying to walk the straight and narrow. But king, you on the right path. You see God smile, he'd be glad. Just take control of your life, make your fear ride in the past. Take control of your situations, make your haters ride in the back. Or make them watch from the side since they want to coach your life so bad. But don't worry about a judgment whistle, God got that in the bag. Just listen to the king's affirmation if you ever feeling sad. This is the king's affirmation. This is the king's affirmation. This is the king's affirmation. Smooth. What's smooth? How y'all doing? It's KzSmoove here at the Create Place. Y'all finna get into my interview, ask some questions about me. This is my up-close interview. Let's get it. This story is actually, it dates back all the way back from high school, for real. So we was in a class, right? Everybody was all sharing their own poems. I knew at an early age I always had a gift of words, but this is when it really affirmed to me that I might actually have something special. So everybody was all sharing their poems, and we was going around in a circle. And it got to me that first day when I really performed my piece. Everybody was kind of speechless in a way, because I played ball back then. They didn't really expect me to really be, as articulate as I was. But that second day, I kid you not, somebody out loud was all like, "So where'd you get that poem from? What website you get that poem off of?" And I was like, "I wrote it myself." You know what I'm saying? Back then, I didn't really get the affirmations that I knew as good as I was, but I knew for you to even think that I stole that from somebody else, knew that I had something special.
So the piece I chose to do today, the first one is just an intro piece called Courageous. Courageous is something to really inspire people to understand the power that you have over the power that they try to label you with. You feel me? Your power that you have personally was way stronger, you know what I'm saying? And be courageous in that, be strong in that, because there's always gonna be times where people try to put a label on what you were supposed to have in terms of self-confidence. You feel me? You can only go this high, you can only do that. It's like, nah, this is courageous. You are courageous. And then that next one is called King's Affirmation. So I really wanted to say something like, you know what I'm saying, real powerful for men in general, you know what I'm saying, and things to do as a man that is associated with kingship, you know what I'm saying. So with the King's Affirmation is words and rulings of how to move as a king. What could you expect out of yourself as a king, and overall to be smooth. Some of my goals as a spoken word artist, for one, I really want to go all the way with this. I want to go as high as I can. I want to be Grammy nominated for my spoken word poetry. I want to win poetry contests. I want my poetry to be segments in movies. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, featured in other spaces in that way. So in terms of my spoken word poetry, I want to go all the way, but I also want to live to inspire, you feel me? I want to live to show people how smooth spoken word poetry is and how intricate that this part of the game is outside of rapping and singing, you know what I'm saying? I got kind of a cadence to me, so you know what I'm saying? It kind of sound like rapping, but nah, this is spoken word poetry, you know what I'm saying? I do it over music, I do it a cappella, you know what I'm saying? In terms of that, I want to get everything I can out of this. Yeah, and that's a couple things about me. I appreciate y'all tuning in to my Up Close segment. Those are a few personal things about me, you know, and it's a lot to be smooth, and I hope y'all be smooth too.
My beautiful belladonna, easy to deceive the weak with her pretty dark features. Lack of understanding will show her roots got secrets. And right before you see who she was supposed to be, makes her final guest appearance. A cup filled with my second thoughts. I want to replace the space with my wandering imagination. Pose for the picture, greet the flash with